Hey guys, it is Mike with Become the Night. Welcome back to another Song Suggestion Friday. I'm joined today by Ryan. Ryan, say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
What's up, man? As always, in Song Suggestion Friday, you guys put your suggestion in the comments below. Please, only one freaking suggestion. Only one, for the love of God. I pick your comments from there and I throw them in a Patreon poll. If you guys want to take part in that poll, pledge $5 or more a month to me on Patreon. Go to the link in the description and you can take part in that poll too. We grade these songs on a plus, equal sign, minus sign scale. Plus sign can have multiple plus signs for every fuck reason we feel. Plus sign means we would actively seek that song out again. Equal sign means we wouldn't actively seek it out or actively avoid it. Minus sign means we hate the shit out of it, don't want to listen to it ever again. Let's get started. Stand by Eminem. This song proves that he is a master of rhymes. This is the first song of his that I listened to when I realized he's just not some pissed off prick who's like super violent and shit. He actually has some depth to him. And I actually like the song that this beat is from. I forget what it's called, but it is by Dido, who's featured on the track. So this song is about a fan who gets a little too intense and is trying to be a pen pal with Eminem, and really creatively made. I am not going to spoil the ending for you because I think the ending is the best part. I mean, the saddest part, but the best part. If you have not listened to this, the song is an absolute must for Eminem. Like, this is one of his essentials.
So I get that the story is deep. It's true, isn't it?
I don't know if it's true or not.
No, someone might have told me that. It's just, I've been over this before about Eminem. It just does not do it for me. Part of the reason I don't like it is probably because many times, very dramatically, people have tried to introduce me to Eminem with this song. I just don't like rap. In very special situations I do. I don't like this song. It just sounds like an angry guy to me, even though I know the story is a little deeper than what it sounds like to me. I do like the story, I just don't like the song.
For the record, Ryan has never smoked weed. Total grade for this song, 2 plus signs.
Total grade for this song is an equal sign.
Roundabout by Yes. First of all, absolutely blown away by the production. This sounds like it could have been made today. Like, really well done. And this song is a meme. I don't remember exactly what meme it is, but it is absolutely a meme. They have that super kick-ass bass line in the main riff, and then these chord progressions that are like rock chord progressions that are somewhat familiar, but definitely very, very fresh. I really like them a lot. The attention to the rhythms between the different instruments, I think, is what really sells this song to me. I'm a very rhythmically driven listener and player, and that is really where it gets the groove going and really sucks me in. The beginning of the bridge was cool and artful, but I really preferred the mellowed out reprise of the intro better, and that organ solo was kick-ass.
Pretty much this is one of the coolest songs ever. The beginning is so mellow and it almost reminds you of Love Song by Tesla, with the acoustic guitar coming down. And then, bam, right in the face. Groovy, funky bass line, everything is just super tight.
That's it?
No. Everything is super tight and just moves the way you want it to. Not gonna lie, every time the song comes on, I'm not expecting it. I put my sunglasses on and dance like a white kid.
So just being yourself, I guess.
Just being myself.
Yeah.
The progressive parts are cool. It's something that was bigger back in the day that I wish would have caught on the radio more and stuck around for a while.
Total grade for this song, 2 plus signs.
Total grade for this song, also 2 plus signs.
Cult of Personality by Living Color. Another alumnus of Guitar Hero 3 graces us with its presence. This is a group of kick-ass rock and roll black guys who definitely know how to shred it up better than most white guys I know. Those guitar riffs are infectious as hell, and they do it in it's either Mixolydian or Dorian. I couldn't hear if the third was major or minor, so I couldn't tell for sure. The guitar solo is one of my favorites. It's over-the-top, shredderific blues. I mean, that dude will put so many people to shame. Holy cow. Amazing. And then the line where he says, like Mussolini, I always feel like he says afterwards, and Kenny G. And I'm like, where does Kenny G fit in with all these murderous people?
It's a killer sax.
It's a great rock song with an interesting message and a fantastic groove. You can't hate this song. Unless you really don't like that main riff, then you're gonna fucking hate this song.
Yeah, there's not much more I can say. It's just an awesome rockin' tune. It's very satisfying all around. There are parts of that solo, there's no way he knew what he was doing.
No way.
There's no way. I don't think anybody really cares that he doesn't know what he was doing, because it sounds awesome. And the riffs are awesome.
I bet you he smoked a lot of weed before he played that solo, Ryan. So I'm betting you.
He might have.
He probably did.
I'll never write a solo like that.
Total grade for this song, 2 plus signs.
Total grade for this song is 1 plus sign.
All Star by Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth.
You're lying if you say you never enjoyed this song. I think everyone has had that experience where they first listen to it and actually kind of like it. The song really does have great production. One of the big downfalls of this is the singer for Smash Mouth. He's not a bad singer, but he's definitely a one-trick pony because you will get sick of listening to him sing real fast. They actually do have some fun lyrics that are delivered well, but they make absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. I don't care what anyone says. They are just dumb. They are just dumb, plain and simple. I mean, they're supposed to be fun and dumb, and that's fine. You know, that's totally fine. Just don't try and Kurt Cobain me here and like, oh, there's a deeper meaning, there's a deeper meaning. And what genre is this? Obviously, this is a product of a music label, so they're gonna try and put in as much popular things at the time as they can. But, I mean, it actually is a really interesting mix of stuff that they chose to shove into there. Its greatest sin, by far, is that it is overplayed by a fuck ton.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with the overplayed thing, and to make it even worse, the marching bands I was in and instructed for years played this as a stands music tune.
Yes.
So, and having only 5 songs to play for a whole football game, you play All Star 5 times itself every week.
Because nothing gets you more amped than singing about how your mediocrity will make you special.
The genre thing is really interesting. Mike turned me onto this thing on accident, where everybody on the internet messes with this song and makes it everything besides what it is, and it still works. And I think it's so fascinating.
Look up All Star, but all the words are replaced by somebody.
The one that trips me out the most is All Star, but all the vocals are shifted back 1 beat.
Yeah, that one is pretty trippy.
They make it reggae, they make it techno, they make it all kinds of different rock and metal. It really does work with every genre. I mean, I don't know how they did that, but they did it. There's really nothing bad I can say about the song. It's catchy. I don't know a lot of the lyrics. They didn't stick with me, just the important ones. So if they're...
So you mean none of them?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Overall, though, it's a memorable song that I like.
Total grade for this song, equal sign.
Total grade for this song, also an equal sign.
I Am the Fire by Halestorm. I really liked the intro up until it started getting all pop music-y on me. Of course, they had to mix in some poppy melodic line and a kick sample into this fucking track. That's when you know a band who's genuine is getting successful. Is suddenly these things just start happening out of nowhere, out of thin air. No one could have guessed. My Chemical Romance. Wow, I'm just allergic to bullshit today, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Eminem.
He's always had that shit. They really toned down the metalness for me, both in the drum beat and also with the distortion on the guitars. It's like he swapped out his Jackson Charvel for a Gibson Les Paul. He switched out his Mesa Boogie triple rectifier for like a Marshall combo. Definitely seemed like they toned shit back a lot. The bass line at that turnaround from the first chorus to the second verse is kick-ass, though. I really, really, really like that. Oh, and may I take the opportunity to mentally masturbate again to Lizzie Hale's voice. Oh my god. Like I've said before, I've had the opportunity to listen to them in a raw studio area. Oh my goodness. Like, wow. There is one part at 2:42 where they engage some auto-tune to, again, add the poppy shit, and it sounds like she got, like, her mouth, like, all up on the microphone, like, all into it. So it kind of sounded like it was just a little too much. I don't know why they did that, but it bugged the shit out of me, and it immediately took me out of music listening mode into producer mode. Just not quite original or exciting enough for me, it just didn't quite get me.
So I'm a pretty huge fan of Halestorm. Obviously, Lizzie's voice is amazing. Every song, I think, showcases her range. I mean, up, down, whichever way you want it to go, it goes there.
Just let me know if you want it up or down, baby. I'll do it for you.
Oh, hell yeah. This song, though, I'm more into their older stuff, and I don't know a lot of their newer music. It didn't have the same intensity. I was hoping it wasn't just myself that felt that way. It does feel like everything is dialed back besides her vocals.
Even her vocals aren't like the old ones. I'm sorry, they're not quite there.
Yeah, it's a repetitive kind of feeling, and
it was like at the second chorus and into the bridge where they really started to pick up and get powerful.
And just the power wasn't there that their older stuff had for me.
Total grade for this song, equal sign.
Total grade for this song, equal sign.
Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. So I'm gonna preface this by saying I love the shit out of this album. I really, really do. This is one of my favorite albums, production-wise, that I've ever listened to. Having said that, this is my least favorite song on that album. This is not a bad song. This is not a bad song. It's just my least favorite one. As always, I love Gerard Way's voice. His voice is very unique, and he does that teenage whiny thing, but I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. The intro is absolutely huge, and he is, for some reason, very passionate about this random parade. It's an interesting chord progression to choose as well. My complaint about this track is that it pushes over that point for me of being too much teenage whiny. Just something about the structure of the song just didn't do it for me. I think it might be a combination of the chorus and trying too hard to be over the top and grand about something that's stupid.
So the song says a lot more to me than just being about a parade. Maybe it's just about a parade. I think the musical aspect of everything that's happening is fantastic in the song. Obviously a lot different than everything else that they've done even on this album. If you want to hear the difference a producer can make in a song, look up the demo version of this song. If you've never heard it and you're familiar with this track, you will not believe the difference a different set of ears can make, and just someone else's ideas can completely turn something around. The whininess doesn't stick out to me that much in the song, as like what Mike was talking about. Just because there's so much else going on that I'm easily distracted from it if it starts to get tiring.
Total grade for this song, equal sign.
Total grade for this song, 2+ signs.
Dear Depression by Contours. Full disclosure, the drummer of this band is a buddy of mine from college, and he requested that we give him a shout out on my YouTube channel, so I'm doing just that. There will be links in the description to go and find his shit and go and find his music. This band is called Contours. They are kick-ass. There's definitely some Megadeth and Metallica influence in here, especially on the guitar. I can definitely feel that. Obviously, it's in a drop tuning, and I feel like there's more modern metal in here, but I don't know who a good equivalent would be. The screamer's pretty kicking with those pig squeals. I definitely sense a decent amount of metalcore influence in here too. It's got like a nice breakdown, it's got like a big fat outro. And I know my buddy Eddie, who's the drummer, he loves the metalcore scene. The riff at the bridge was pretty cool, but that ending riff at the end, of course the ending riff would be at the end, that thing was totally kick-ass. And for a debut album, that production is pretty kick-ass, I gotta say, especially considering a lot of metal bands that have debut albums. You can really feel the weight. It's not super low-end heavy, but enough that it feels like you're just...
So my first impression when the vocals first came in was it sounds like a heavier version of In Flames, if you're familiar with In Flames. The reason that the mix reminds me of In Flames is because for me, with both groups, the vocals kind of get lost in the middle of the mix a little bit until you're used to hearing them, and they stand out a little bit more to me. I'm not sure if, again, it could have been my car speakers, but they were a little bit hidden up by some of the other stuff going on. Right after 1:30, there's like a pedal tone. It might be distortion, it might be a note being played on the guitar and sustained. It's a little distracting. I think it's the beginning of like a bridge part. It was a little distracting for me to listen to, but once I was able to tune it out a little bit, I actually kind of enjoyed what was going on elsewise. As Mike said, the end of the song is huge. There's a stop and a breakdown, and the part that fades out on is super intense and heavy. I think parts towards the end and in the bridge of the song would benefit from having actual vocals. You
think so?
Yeah, I do actually.
I liked it without.
I like it without. There's some parts where there's some really cool guitar work going on, and to have a counter melody to that, I think would make it stand out more, something a little bit more memorable. There wasn't a part of the song that really stuck out to me that I remember besides the very ending, which was in your face.
Yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of Blood Meat by Protest the Hero, if you ever listen to that. The last, same thing. It gets quiet, the bass drop, boom, right in your face. Really no complaints otherwise. I mean, that's Yeah, I think it could use some cool vocal melodies here and there. But
So you're saying there were complaints?
no, just those.
So you're saying, okay, so
Just
you're
those.
saying there were complaints. Total grade for this song, equal sign.
Total grade for this song, also an equal sign.
Again, if you guys want to check it out for yourselves or grab a copy, links will be in the description. Now it is time for our suggestions. So my suggestion this week is that you go check out Your Depression by Contours, by my buddy Eddie, because it's kick-ass and you guys are metalheads. Fucking do it!
My suggestion for you this week is Where Do We Fall by Sikth.
Can you tell me how to spell that?
Sikth.
God, that's such a
From the album
Horrible.
Death of a Dead Day.
just horrible sounding pronunciation of that name. Not your fault, just like
Sikth.
Sikth.
Great band. They broke up a long time ago. They got 2 singers. One's kind of hard to listen to. One is really great. This song is probably the lightest song on the album, and it's still pretty intense. I think you'll enjoy it.
That is it for Song Suggestion Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your suggestions down below. One motherfucking suggestion per person, please. If you guys want to vote in the poll to decide which ones we listen to, go to the link in the description. Pledge $5 or more a month to me on Patreon, and you can take part in that poll. You can also follow me on Twitter at Become the Night, and you can follow me on Facebook to keep up with where my videos are and shit. Oh god, I hate saying this shit all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Rock on!